الحق والخير.
الحمد لله الذي نزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا. الحمد لله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وجعل الظلمات والنور ثم الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين على أمور الدنيا والدين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وتابعين. All praises to Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, the Lord of the universe, who's given all of us the great honor to be here, who's given me the chance to be here in this great city, and for me to be able to befriend and get to know and network with many of you here. Life is all about that, really. It's about making friends, it's about knowing people, it's about being there for someone so that someone may be there for you tomorrow. Alhamdulillah Jalla Jalaluhu, who had created the human body in such a perfect state. 165 bones each and every complementary to each and every other bone. Alhamdulillah, who had created the human heart. Even though it's only 6 inches in length and 4 inches in diameter, the human heart, you know this, I know this, beats around 70 times every minute. Every one of those beats, every time it beats, it throws out 2.5 ounces of blood. That means in just 1 hour, a 60-minute period, the human heart throws out 256 pounds of blood, even though it's that small. That means in one day, a mere 24-hour period, the human heart throws out 8 tons of blood. Now get your math straight. 8 tons of blood. Every 3 minutes, the entire blood, every last drop of blood in your body goes through the heart every 3 minutes. That means if a man lived up to be 70 years old, or a woman for that matter, the heart by then in 70 years would have lifted up 270 million tons of blood, even though it's that small. Alhamdulillah, who had created the human sound and perfected it. All of the most expensive pianos in the world, the most expensive grand organs in the world, the most expensive guitars in the world, the most expensive trumpets in the world compared to the human voice are nothing but mere counterfeits. They're fake and they're phony. Alhamdulillah, who has created the human eye and the human sight. Is that me? Okay. Alhamdulillah, who has created the human eye and the human sight. Did you know that the perception of color to the human eye is an amazing story of its own. For instance, if my eye wants to see the color red, it has to vibrate 350,000 times every second. Every second, not every minute. So when I look to my right, that brother right there, wearing that red amamat, right? For me to recognize that color as red, my eye has to vibrate 350,000 times. But if my eye wanted to see the color violet, it would have to vibrate 650,000 times in 1 second. When the human eye is awake, like I'm awake now and you're awake, the human eye, for it to be able to see what it sees and the way it sees, it has to vibrate every second 600 million times. Because I see the brother over there wearing that red stuff. I see this little thing right here, the light. I see some person over there. I see all of you. I see the wall. I see the back curtains. I see a little bit to my left. So all these things combined, my eye has to vibrate 600 million times for me to be able to see and recognize you all here as black people. Right? Every time that we spend, the time that we spend on blinking, something that minor. If a man was 70 years old and you take up all the time that he had spent blinking his eye and you save it and you put it together, you use that one time all together, this man would see continuous darkness for 1 year and 2 months. Something as minor as the blinking of an eye. Anyways. So, role models, I tend to argue that they don't necessarily always have to be the ones in the past. The companions, Radwanullahi alayhim, were amazing. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was uswatun hasana. The Salaf and the scholars who came after them, their history, what they have done, what they have said, amazing stuff. But we ought to not forget that we have got role models in our homes as well. I stood here last night, and I think I told you, talking about a mother's love, that in the world of today, in my household, in everyone's household, there's someone that I think you could learn a lot from. Different things need different people. Everything combined, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ. That goes without saying. But let's focus briefly on the minor people that we tend to forget, and we will move up, because at the top of everything, at the top of the mountain, is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It goes without saying. I think your parents, especially your mother, if you live in a house, there's someone who had made that house stood against all odds. The truth is that most of us, weren't born being fed with a golden spoon. We've all gone through some things, and that's life. The truth is that we've all had some adversities in life at some point in time. And the truth is that someone had made sure that you did not go hungry for one night, and that you had a place to sleep for every night during the course of your life. That person, whether that's your mother, whether that's your father, your uncle, your mother's husband, stepfather, whatever, there's someone who has done that for you. Take him as a role model. He doesn't have to do everything that you do, but there are amazing things about him. Look, any man who puts together a loving family, to me, is a role model, even if he does not know A from B. Any man who is able to hold together a family with love and caring and compassion and respect for each other, and has gone through what we know we have gone through, either our parents or ourselves, in my opinion, is a man of great honor. number one. Number two,